Imagine building a massive $9.6 billion tech empire in China, but actively refusing to sell a single product to Chinese consumers.
It's wild, right? I mean, it completely defies traditional business logic where you're supposed to, secure your backyard first.
Right, well, welcome to today's deep dive. We're unpacking this really counterintuitive strategy using a fascinating academic paper by Pengarkar and Jane.
Yeah, they call this new breed the leaping multinational. These are companies that basically bypass their home turf from day one.
Exactly. So let's look at the push and pull forces driving this. That push is essentially a brutally saturated domestic market.
Like the smartphone bloodbath in China.
Yeah. And the pull is this massive, totally underserved global market. Take Transsion, for example. Founded in Shenzhen back in 2006, but they entirely ignored the Chinese market to focus exclusively on Africa.
Right, which is just brilliant when you think about it.
It's like training at a world-class culinary academy, but instead of fighting for a Michelin star on your own crowded street, you just move overseas to a town with literally no restaurants.
That isolation is actually their superpower, though. I mean, because they didn't burn millions fighting an unwinnable price war at home, they could funnel all their capital into R&D for a market where customer acquisition is, pennies on the dollar.
So how do they survive without that home market revenue cushion? The researchers propose the LAAD model, right?
LAAD.
Yeah, so the L stands for leverage. First, you leverage your home country's resources. For Transsion, that meant utilizing China's incredibly cheap supply chains and their huge pool of engineering talent.
Right. I think so.
And then the first A is adapt. You adapt those resources to the new market.
Okay, wait. I read they even started making home appliances later on, like an electric cooker specifically designed to make swallow, which is a really popular African dish.
Yeah, exactly.
But isn't that just standard product localization, like a global fast food chain adding a spicy burger in a new country?
Oh, no, it goes way deeper than a spicy burger. I mean, Transsion didn't just ship standard phones over with a different logo.
Oh, really? No, they engineered cameras that were specifically calibrated for darker skin tones.
Wow.
Yeah, and they built phones with massive, long-lasting batteries because they recognized their customers faced frequent power outages. Plus, they added keypads from multiple local African languages.
So they genuinely integrated into the daily life there.
Fully. They even integrated structurally into the local economy by building Africa's first mobile phone manufacturing plant in Addis Ababa in 2011. Oh, and they preloaded phones with local apps to bypass the region's slow network speeds.
That is intense. But Africa is just the starting line, right? How did they take that localized success and turn it into actual global dominance?
Well, this is where the second half of that LAD acronym comes in. The second A is accumulate, and the D actually stands for expandee.
Expandee. That is a bit of a tortured acronym by the researchers.
It really is, but hey, the concept is brilliant. Because they were operating where traditional multinationals just weren't looking, Transsion accumulated massive scale.
Wow.
By 2023, they held a staggering 40% of the African market share.
40%. That is a massive financial war chest.
Right, and once you have that, you expand it. You take that power and that highly specialized knowledge of developing markets, and you deploy it.
Like moving into Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Philippines.
Exactly. They quickly grabbed a 37% share in the Philippines, actually, and they moved into Latin America, too.
Yeah.
In 2024 alone, they shipped 201 million phones globally.
That is staggering. And this leaping playbook isn't just for smartphones either.
No, not at all.
The paper points to companies like Shein in fast fashion or Kill in e-commerce executing the exact same strategy. Shein leveraged Chinese manufacturing networks but entirely bypassed the Chinese consumer to become an absolute juggernaut in the US and Europe.
Right. It proves the standard rule about winning your backyard first is honestly just a myth.
You just need to deeply understand an underserved niche, which raises a really wild question for you listening.
Yeah, if billion-dollar companies are now being born entirely decoupled from their home consumers, what does a domestic business even mean anymore?
Exactly. Leaping multinationals prove that bypassing the obvious, crowded path can actually be your greatest advantage.
Totally.
So think about your own career or your next project. If the front door is blocked by giants, you don't have to keep knocking.
Just go find another way in.
Right. Maybe you find a market where there aren't even doors yet and you just build the house yourself.